Welcome to AI in 8 Minutes. Today, we are diving into 4 incredible open source projects that are pretty much showing us where the world is headed with AI agents. And believe me, these aren't just tools, they're really the future of how we're going to build, create, and leverage artificial intelligence.
So let's just jump right in with the big question that actually inspired one of these projects. How does one single person manage the output of an entire team of 20? Well, that's the exact problem these new AI agent frameworks are trying to solve.
So in this explainer, we're going to break down 4 really game-changing projects. We've got GStack, Hermes, Superpowers, and Paperclip. We'll look at what makes each one so unique, and then we'll wrap it all up with what it actually means for you.
Okay, first up is GStack. This was created by none other than Garry Tan, who, as you might know, is the president of Y Combinator, Silicon Valley's top startup accelerator. I mean, he's taken all his experience from overseeing giants like Airbnb and DoorDash and has basically packaged it into an AI co-pilot for solo founders.
And boy, did the developer community notice. Like, immediately. Just a few weeks after it was released, GStack just shot up to nearly 50,000 stars on GitHub. That's a massive signal that this is something people have been really waiting for.
The whole inspiration for GStack actually came from this quote by the AI legend Andrej Karpathy. When Garry Tan heard this, he just wanted to know how. So the answer he's building is GStack, a way to give solo developers the power of a whole development team.
What's really crucial here is that GStack isn't just a random collection of tools. It's a whole structured process. It actually mirrors the Y Combinator method, forcing you to first refine your idea with these really tough questions, then aim for a 10-star product experience, and only then do you move on to building with a team of specialized AI agents.
And this is that core concept in action. See, instead of one generic AI, you get a team. The agent is given specific directions to act as a staff engineer, or a senior designer, or a debugger. It's really prompt engineering at its absolute finest, breaking down a huge, complex task into these very specialized roles.
All right, let's move on to our next project, Hermes, which kind of builds on this idea of a personal AI agent. This framework went absolutely mega viral almost overnight, and it offers a really compelling alternative to some other popular agent frameworks out there.
So what's the big difference? Well, the key thing here is its built-in learning loop. You see, unlike other frameworks that just execute tasks, Hermes is actually designed to learn from its experience and get better over time.
So how does it learn? Well, as you can see, it curates its own memory and it creates new skills all on its own. This means that instead of starting fresh every single time, it's constantly digging through its own past conversations to build a deeper, more personalized model of you and how you work. It's pretty amazing.
And now for the most popular project of the whole bunch, with a frankly staggering 115,000 stars on GitHub, Superpowers. Now, while it has some things in common with GStack, its focus is way more squarely on the development and coding side of things. I just had to share this because it is one of the funniest project descriptions I've ever seen. It says the implementation plans are clear enough for an, and I'm quoting here, enthusiastic junior engineer with poor taste and an aversion to testing. You gotta love it. It's really just a humorous way of saying it makes incredibly complex coding, well, incredibly accessible.
But don't let the humor fool you. Underneath all that, Superpowers is dead serious about professional coding standards. It actually enforces best practices like test-driven development and these core principles like YAGNI, which stands for You Ain't Gonna Need It, and DRY, or Don't Repeat Yourself. This makes sure the code it helps you write is clean, efficient, and definitely not over-engineered. And finally, we have the most futuristic project of the 4, Paperclip. It poses this absolutely wild question. Can an entire company be run by AI agents with like zero human intervention? This sentence right here perfectly captures the project's massive ambition. See, while other frameworks are trying to give you an AI coworker, Paperclip wants to give you the whole automated company. It actually does this by orchestrating a whole team of agents, a CEO, a CMO, engineers, all working together. It uses a ticketing system, just like a real software team would, and all their work is tied back to the high-level goals you set. It even tracks your API costs on a central dashboard, because, yeah, this stuff can get expensive. So naturally, a project like this brings up a very tempting idea. I mean, is this the dream? A tool that can build and run a business for you? Just generating automated passive income while you sleep? But, and this is a big but, it is so crucial to be realistic here. The source material is very, very clear on this point. This is not a click a button and get rich tool. The chances of making any money without putting in a significant amount of your own effort are extremely low. It's better to think of it as a vision of the future, not, a lottery ticket. So after looking at GStack, Hermes, Superpowers, and Paperclip, what's the big takeaway here? We're seeing a really clear trend. We're moving from single, generic AIs to these specialized teams of agents that can learn and manage complex, long-term projects.
The single most important thing to understand is that we have moved so far beyond simple Q&A chatbots. The people who are still only using AI for basic questions, they're missing the real revolution that's happening right now.
These projects, they represent the true cutting edge of human-AI collaboration. They are systems, they are frameworks, they're teams of agents that can amplify your abilities in ways we are just beginning to understand. Experimenting with these tools now is what gives you a massive advantage over everyone else.
Which, of course, brings us right back to our opening question. But now I'm going to pose it to you. Now that the tools exist for one person to have the output of a team of 20, what will you build?